Hi, we are back today to do a little bit more Civilization 6. Starting a little bit later than usual, but yeah, I had stuff to go out and do today. So, it is what it is.
Steady hum of machinery, the acrid smell
Um,
of smoke.
we load in here,
Cloud
so not to go over a
ashes.
bunch of
These are the
turns
signs of
again.
changing times.
Basically, we
The lure,
we ended last time with
is the end
getting a
of
city on the other continent, and we're using that as a foothold to start moving units over
between
in order to start conquering. And we're going to need to begin making more units, and Bogota is where I'm going to really be pumping them out because of Victor, and the fact that we have an encampment there and potentially an industrial zone the next time it hits enough population, which I think that happens at size 16 or 17, one of the two. We are building an archaeological museum, so natural history will get a boost. 13 turns in order to get this boost, so let's just start on it now, and then we'll switch off of it once we can. Oh, or we just get it this turn. I wonder what city got it. Triggered it. Oh, Pekrova. Okay. And you also got a pretty nice era score out of it as well. We did manage to capture this builder. 2 charges is not the worst. Although, getting the unit might actually be a little bit of a challenge. And this guy's pretty wounded right now, so I can't really do much with him. And crossbow's in good shape, though. I think I'm going to go to the forest. And then attack. Quincy here, we want gold, but we've kind of gone through everything other than Auckland as far as those trade routes go. So I think that what I'm instead going to do is I'm going to rebase it to this new city and see if we can get something there, especially since our traders can no longer be pillaged. And we're going to continue with these military engineers in order to get resources. 4 niter and 3 coal per turn means that we can sustain 3 tiles of railroad a turn, or if we want to gain a little bit of resources as well, we can do 2 a turn. And I am going to want these fish hooked up pretty soon. Got a bit of gold. This city, we could save up a little bit more and purchase the coal plant. It's trying to repair itself enough to continue on the Patala Palace, which you can see right here. Or we end up burning a bunch of turns on that we can't use with gold to repair the other buildings. Let's see. Let's think about it for a moment. Because there are, looks like 2 tiles to buy for this city still. One's a forest we can chop. The other is a deer that we probably don't want to chop because we'd much rather work that tile. So let's just start by chopping as many tiles as we can and then kind of figure out from there what tiles or how many tiles are a priority to buy. It looks like we are going to need that chop. So what we're going to do, so this builder has something productive to do this turn, is we're going to get that. And we're going to send him out here. We're going to use one charge. There's a pretty good chance that the rice ends up getting pillaged. Also a pretty good chance that my knight outright dies here. That line infantry. Well, we'll just have to kind of hope that doesn't happen. We can't really stop it if it does. The man-at-arms is a little strong, so I'm going to let my my unique unit heal for one turn. And we did pick up a free unit just now off of the meteor strike somewhere. I remember we were sending something for one. This guy, we're going to turn him into a free luxury resource. Looks like it should be giving us 450 gold as well. So given that, I think that I just kind of want to buy this deer this turn. I'm just gonna get the woods as well. Got another knight. This guy's gonna get sent up here. Nothing here that we really want to buy. This one, however, we are very willing to buy some things. We're also willing to actually put the districts down, get those locked in. I kind of want to lock in the harbor first. It's not only really high yield, but it's going to give us some production as well later on. Not to mention food. And then we're going to have one tile to buy next turn, so we can buy one of these buildings, I think. I'm going to go with the monument, because that will give us like a couple of tiles over time. And it looks like we lucked out with the knight. He didn't get attacked. The skirmisher is kind of a pain, though. We are going to have to do something about it. Fortunately, there is a crossbow here. Unfortunately, I don't think he's not going to have the moves this turn to do anything. So that is going to interrupt getting to use a builder on this tile, but it's also not actually something we can move on to this turn. We'll just move here where it's safe. And then let this guy take out the rainforest. Might clear out this barbarian man-at-arms. Let me find what promotions the other knights are on. Okay, this one has no promotions. So it doesn't really matter which promotion tree we go down here, as far as combining units later goes. I'm going to go for barding. And I don't really have like a specific reason behind that. It just seemed like it would work out well. Here we do need to watch out for this line infantry. It can attack the crossbow if we move to the commercial hub tile. If we move to this aqueduct tile, we would be safe from it. However, the musket can still attack us, and that would do a lot of damage. Really what we need here is just another safe tile. We're kind of surrounded. That means we're probably just going to have to put this guy in the water, which is going to affect him healing, and go into the city here to retreat. And we just we want to make sure this tile is the line infantry tile, so we just kind of want to make sure that anything it can move to, which would be any of this stuff right here that my mouse is going over, that we don't end the night on those tiles. Ideally, we'd like to actually run them up through here and like get to the city or the water or something. This would be a safe tile. This would be a safe tile. But there could be more barbarians up here. We're a little less concerned about barbarians down here. I think we're going to go right here. This one has a lot of trade routes available. But again, I just kind of want it in this city to start stacking resources. This scientist right here is absolutely nuts. 150 free great people points on every single great person for the rest of the game. It's just absurdly strong, and we are going to do everything in our power to get it. Now, what actually is in our power is a little bit more questionable, because we are losing the race on it. We've got a decent amount of faith stockpiled at this point, though, so we might be able to get it that way. One second, I'm bringing up a stream thing. Rather be going through the Twitch dashboard than OBS to actually look at the stream. So here we're going to make a fishing boat and actually start getting some of these trade routes in. Muscat is a lot of money here. Sterling, Edinburgh, Montrose, those are all nice. But what we really want to do before we do anything else is actually push for as much distance as possible on these. Bologna wants a trade route as well, which we also kind of want to prioritize. I'm going to look only at international routes. So this is not the highest yield one, but it's a free envoy, so we're going to do that one first. And then I'm also going to double check these envoys and see if there's anything I can do. I could drop 6 envoys onto this, but I would probably not keep it. I wouldn't be able to do anything to force holding onto the others. But I'm not going to worry about that just yet. As much as I really would like to become that suzerain. I'm gonna move the builder here. Maybe it'll lure a barbarian into a bad spot. Then all of these builders, there's a lot of things we need to do. We need to repair this, start clearing stuff out down here. Probably actually buy like tiles we're going to be competing on. Then we also have like this march to clear. I'm just going to go through a whole bunch of builders here. There's also like resources to hook up. We have a coal mine we need. We have a niter mine that needs repaired. Enough barbarians up here to deal with. We're just gonna... I think it's safe to say that we're going to need a lot more units at this point. Another barbarian camp right here too. So I'm gonna trash one of these military engineers. We're only gonna need 4 of them at the moment. And then we are going to also need a lot of units. I wouldn't mind getting the military academy in. In fact, given like what we actually need military engineers for, I'm going to do the academy before that 4th engineer. My coffee today is it's a latte. It's called a Snickers latte. The local place I get a lot of my coffee from, they put a lot of like just little pet names on everything, and this one is named after Snickers bar because the mix of syrups and stuff they put in it make it taste just like a Snickers. So if you're a fan of those candy bars, yeah, imagine having that as coffee. This one we're going to move right here, and then we're going to attack. Oh, that was unexpected, but not unwelcome. I was mostly just moving so that the skirmisher couldn't like run past me and threaten my guy. This is a really good outcome. We're also going to have the walls in 4 turns, which will give us a 2nd city strike. Barbarian or the builder's going to have to run, but we now have the knight back in our territory. And here we're going to go for just prioritizing moving like deeper in. Kind of like El Kuru. I wish I could get to like Taruga. Okay, so we've now got railroad between these 2 cities, and it's going up here. Next thing we're going to want is railroad down to like Pella, because this is kind of our core and where we can most benefit from having quicker movement. And the 3rd engineer I'm going to actually send over to start hooking up city-states. And Popyan here is going to be getting this other food tile. I'm just going to use the builder charge, not worry about having something nearby for repairing. This will actually make a pretty nice city for Liang later as well if we decide to move her. The builder, I'm just going to move to this hill. And I'm basically just going to be sending this railroad to like here and here. All these other fun places. And right here, I want this tile first, just because that way, like, it prevents needing to take this one and this one quite so early. Our trebuchet here really can't do a whole lot. I can put him like here, and we are going to have to upgrade him to bombard, which we have. We have the niter for it, and we probably have the gold. I honestly do not care at all about this grievance target, but I'm going to vote for myself because there's a pretty good chance they all vote for me, since I am, I think, in the lead. And then this one, the AI does like to vote for city centers quite a bit, so that's what I'm going to vote for, hoping it happens. Really hoping a district doesn't get its buildings blocked. It also looks like we are generating a little bit of diplomatic favor now. Yeah, I got one of the two. I hadn't even noticed this, but it looks like all of the suzerains are coming through, not to mention the diplomatic quarter. So we do actually have a little bit more voting power now. And this crossbow is going to go pick up another unit for us. We might be able to clear out this barbarian camp right here. Yep. Okay, there's Batala. So with that done, I'm going to reassign Magnus back down to Pella. And then start investing builders in actually making Pella a good city. Because we've not been getting nearly as much out of that as we should. Nice thing about military engineers is we now get to do road spam. And I am one of those Civ players that absolutely loves road spam. In fact, one of the big put-offs to me for Civilization 5 was how much they tried to de-emphasize road spam. I think Civ 6 had a decent balance if they don't want a lot of it. It is just really helpful late game to have. Another builder here. Then we're going to, looks like we queued up an arena. We're supposed to have done an archaeological museum as well, I believe. Once we have another policy off of Patala, I'm going to switch some stuff around and start getting the plus builder charge policy. These guys are kind of expensive. So what we want to do here probably is farm this tile and this tile to get some really good farm adjacencies going. And then the last two improvements are probably going to be... maybe I buy this tile and get the cattle. Or hooking up resources is the other really good one. I'm not sure what I have to hook up still. I guess this fur would be pretty important to hook up. And actually buying and hooking up this niter would be really important. there are also like lumber mills I can do. Like this city has. Oh, that's a gypsum, so that needs a mine. I can do a lumber mill right here and right here. And we're just going to be dumping gold into either tiles or buildings. We're getting quite a bit of it per turn now. Clear that marsh. 15. 16 gets us the district. Also, we did get the double production on city centers for the next, I think it's 45 turns. So we want to make sure that everything is getting their walls in, since we are now getting quadruple production on all of that. It also means we don't want to spend any gold on that stuff. We can't clear out either of these tiles yet. Could put a mine down if we really want to improve like an industrial zone. We could go like mine this thing, like maybe a lumber mill on something. Oh, that's not a hill. I always have trouble telling what hills are in this game, in this map mode. All flatland. Should have to just grow forest to lumber mill. So in that case, I think that what we're going to do is use this guy's final charge. Down here somewhere. Maybe we'll buy the stone and then just it. That could be a good way to get the industrial district up quickly.
The first time I stepped.
So that gives us Batala. We're going to have this diplomatic policy right here, which is going to be either colonial taxes, Raj, or merchant confederation. I think we're going to get a little bit more out of Raj than merchant, maybe. And 30 gold a turn, roughly, is pretty good. Also losing a lot on Whistlebanken at the moment, since we have so many trade routes going to non-city states and non-vassals. And the reason I'm looking at gold here is we're going to lose triangular trade because I want the bonus on builders. It's just a really good one. Find it in here. Yeah, right here, 30% production and +2 charges. So since we're losing a bit of gold there, whatever we were losing, 40. Adding 45 kind of leaves us in the same spot. We're still down the faith. Alternatively, we can do this one for science, culture, faith, and gold. And then that leaves us down like 30 gold per turn. We are using gold as a substitute for hammers for production. Kind of hard to say, honestly. caught in my throat. I think we'll just go like this. We do still have Big Ben coming as a wonder. It will, however, we're going to build it right here, probably. It really depends on the production that this city can get to, since we won't have any more chops. But I think it's the only spot we can build it regardless. Musselbanken is also getting pretty weak with the choices we're making here for districts. Crossbow's just going to heal right here. Now, one thing that I do with my military engineers is whenever I approach a city, I always prioritize getting a railroad on the city tile, because it's really hard to tell if you have a railroad there or not if you don't do that. We've still got a whole bunch of barbarians chasing that guy down as well. What's this guy do? Envoys. What are our other merchants? Okay, so this 2 envoy merchant, we could use him on, well, no, we don't actually have another industry hooked up yet. We can probably get pearls soon if we want them. I guess they're just going to sit around for a little bit. Oh, so I get sleep on the military engineer. That was an accident. Got this bombard in now as well. They take a little bit of time to set up, so we're just going to try and find a spot for them. And potentially that spot might be like next to the Khmer Empire. Our free unit. This crossbow's just going to go back to what he was doing. Get the farm up, and then with the other farm on this triangle, these 2 specifically are going to be very high yield, and then this one are just kind of moderate. I think we went. Do we go barding or charge on that other night? Went barding. So this one is going to go charge. Then we're going to send them up here, and we're going to combine them into an army. Or corps, whichever one it is.
No vessel could pass these.
Three buildings on this thing is kind of cool. We definitely do not want to make the dam, because we're not going to be able to put an industrial district in range. We can put an industrial district right here, and it'll be pretty nice. We're just going to need to get to the population for that, which is what? 13? So in 2 turns. What we're going to do is just make the amphitheater for the moment, then we'll go back to the industrial in turns. And here we're basically just, we want trade posts more than anything. crossbow here is a little bit of a threat, so I'm gonna play this a little bit cautiously. And since we can't really do much else as far as like productive trade routes go, we're just gonna send these to our city-states again. I have one more charge here. Not hard to say what we want to do with it. I definitely want this coal. We're gonna go for that. We're now actually bottlenecked on niter, not on coal. But we can go. I want to stick to 3 railroads a turn because of this, so we can actually still gain a little bit of resource. Not sure where the safe spot is for this bombard. Okay. Looks like we can move up 1 tile. This guy can actually move as well. If we want to move the crossbow, we can do that too. Might as well. I want to make sure that this camp gets wiped out. I also actually want to double check where my
It's one thing to surmise what happened.
my skirmisher is, which yeah, he just got killed. Yeah, let's reload the last turn. I really want to keep that skirmisher alive. And I just wasn't thinking of checking it last turn. If I was, we would have been able to save him. I am kind of surprised he died in 1 turn, unless he was just getting attacked in previous turns and I missed it.
The steady hum of machinery, the acrid smell of signs of changing times, the lure of scientific
And I'm just
cultural
checking something on the side here while this loads in. The game audio does mute itself when the window's not the focus. We're just gonna speed through this turn. I'm not gonna look at things as closely. Yeah, he was full health. Interesting. Let's send him into the water. Probably a safer route, even though a little slower. This guy's just gonna hang out here. Doing things in a slightly different order. It's just kind of as I see them, I'm doing them. Really just want to speed through this turn. I'm actually going to let the builder get captured this time. It's just a lot less to think about when moving them around.
It's one thing to surmise what...
Not sure why I didn't have the bombard on land this time. Unless I went back 2 turns on accident. We do have field cannons now, which is pretty nice. These crossbows can get a long overdue upgrade. I guess I could have just gotten that a lot earlier had I bought the tech. We're also gonna get this rifling tech so we can upgrade our recon unit. This also means we're going to have to probably put the policy in for gold reduction on upgrades because this is going to be pretty expensive otherwise. I have a lot of units to upgrade. And armies and corps are both pretty expensive. So, when we went back, I no longer have all these walls queued up. Or maybe no, I was doing medieval walls before. These are all Renaissance. Make sure all the right stuff is queued up here. I guess I should wait for Magnus before I pillage the stone. Now that I think about it. Get an extra 50% off of them. Something was captured by barbarians. I'm assuming that was my builder. Oh. Okay, it was a different builder. That's fine. Now we got the medieval walls here. I could do the coal power plant. That'd be nice to get up and running. I might also be able to just buy it. I think what I really want to do is get everything in this city repaired. I'm doing the walls just because we have the production boost on it now. It's 4 turns. We are going to have to actually buy the bank in this city. We want to start Big Ben right away. $175 on that. We're going to wait a turn. Let's see. Let's let the crossbow get an attack in. I'm also going to let these bombards get their attacks in. Then use the unique unit because it's a little bit stronger, and this guy can wipe out the camp. And that was a pretty big barbarian camp we just wiped out. Even though it did take a little while, caused a few problems. This guy's got 2 charges left. We're setting something, well, the guy we were setting up for this coal got captured, so let's just use this guy on it. And this one with 2 charges. I don't know what he's going to do yet. Maybe could go out to get these niters. Oh, and this city does need to lock in its aqueduct. Maybe I go for like 1 niter and actually chop this forest. I like that. These guys have 0 military strength. I got the wall and looks like I would have done about 3/4 of the industrial zone. Yeah, I probably could have done that more efficiently, but whatever. That will lead to a little bit more food growth. And all of this stuff, we are going to start going for the Khmer cities. We just get some momentum going again. Not to mention start fog busting everything. The crossbow I will be pulling back to upgrade before advancing with it. The knights, I could do that, but I can always just upgrade them later as well. I don't really need them to be super strong. Just gonna have my guy heal here. The city-states, I don't think I can railroad their city tiles. I'll have to double check. I think I can only railroad everything around them. Plan in this city is once we have 1,800 gold, which we're getting a little under 300 a turn, need 1,000, so we're looking like 4 turns. I'm going to buy the coal plant and then get the commercial hub repaired. I am going to lock in an encampment though. Main reason being just so that we can do something with it later. There's some pretty nice holy sites available. There's these +3s that are really good. There's also, like I was saying, the encampment, and I'm not really sure what I want. The encampment would give us a little bit more production, gives us a second unit city if we want it. Theater squares are also not bad. If Big Ben is right here, this could be a +4 theater square, which we could then also turn into like a entertainment complex right here, make it +6, and also get a few free amenities. Given the options, I actually, such a waste to not be using these +3 tiles, especially when like that was a big factor in putting the city down. I also really like the idea of the strong theater square for the extra production. I think it's gonna be the theater square. I'm not gonna commit myself just yet though. I just want to actually ensure that Big Ben can go in. Then I'm gonna get Big Ben.
It's the Industrial Revolution.
Okay, so it looks like we definitely made the right move in fortifying here. And our city-state just captured our builder. And they're definitely not going to be giving him back to us, so that guy's just gone. This gold I just spent is a pretty big delay on coal plant. This musket is in a very dangerous position. I thought things were a little bit safer than that. Let me see when we get armies. I might actually turn this guy into a core right now just to save the night. Assuming I can find it. Not finding it that way, so we're just going to actually look at the tech tree instead. Only 4 combined arms. It could be from a culture tech. Let's look. Okay, mobilization. So we aren't actually too far away from getting it if we want. So I'd have to go, well, no, we are actually kind of far away. Scorched Earth is going to boost pretty easily. Mobilization boosts off of having cores, and I think we have 2 cores right now, so if I did this, we would get the boost. And then upgrading 1 more crossbow to a field cannon will give us the other boost. It's actually not too bad. Military research is really good for a small, like just a very brief window. Industrial zone adjacency is cool, but I'm actually going to swap to military research just for like this brief moment where it's actually really strong. Messaging me on Discord as well. Let me double check. Okay. Sorry, I'm a chronically online individual, so I always just like check stuff as people message me. Industrial zone is locked in. And up here, we're doing the archaeological museum. So for this one, we're actually going to go with the art museum just to get both of the boosts, because there is a boost for each one, even though I do like archaeology a lot more. And this guy I'm going to move here just so it's a little more defensive. And then take this railroad and start doing the rail between all of these guys. This core is a great thing to upgrade. Where are our other crossbows though? Because I might be able to just get a cheaper field cannon. This guy's Volley Arrow Storm. Volley Arrow Storm. Alright, so those 2 crossbows are both on the same promotion tree. Kind of sucks. I was actually thinking of combining them into a core as well. Cores are kind of the epitome of quality over quantity. Same with armies. And then later on, you just kind of have to have them. It's a really cool mechanic, and I think it's kind of an inventive way that for them to have consolidated units and keep things from getting too crowded, like what happened in Civ 5. Is like if they're going to do 1 unit per tile, that sort of mechanic is just really, really handy. The last charge on this guy, I'm trying to decide what I want to use it on. I kind of want to use it down here to hook this up.
We shall not cease from
More railroad here. You know, getting a like rail that just crosses through right here would save a lot of turns of movement. So that's actually where I'm going to build it instead of going over existing road. Now we're going to start moving these field cannons up to annihilate everything. The gap here is still kind of high. In a couple more turns, though, I can buy this, and I'm almost certainly going to just buy it and use it instantly. Just my lights. The camera preview looks like it's a little... If I can adjust the lights. Maybe I can't. Yeah, it seems like overcast in here. Maybe I can force the camera to autofocus. All the lights in my apartment are smart bulbs. Oh. Yeah, I'm not seeing what's on there. Oh well. Gonna start getting the shrine and stuff in here, just to improve our faith a little bit. I could switch here to Merchant Republic. His economic policies are really strong. I really don't like losing the wild card, which is why I took Monarchy. Yeah, then there's also like the 15% to districts. I think we're just gonna stick with Monarchy. Getting the that wild card plus the envoys are really nice. You can kind of see like all the bonuses the extra envoy production has given us this game. I want to upgrade that guy to line infantry, but I need to upgrade the crossbow first because we need that field cannon boost in like the next couple turns. And this skirmisher is actually going to be going right for this tribal village. And this guy I'm actually going to back up one just so the archer can't hit him. And the final charge here is going to forest. This city has another we do have another district available. Campus is, I believe the plan was to go for a commercial hub right here before doing anything else, because we have kind of set everything up for this to be a really high one at +5. And we did say we were also going to put on the cheaper upgrades. I'm going to turn off the production bonus on walls in order to put this in. because we've mostly gone through that bonus as much as we can. A few cities didn't get it all maxed out, but that's okay. Like this one. We do just really need the gold savings though. I thought we had builders going down for this. Maybe I diverted them all to other things. I'm very worried about the line infantry still. So this is kind of why I'm not moving up. A lot for the field cannon. Okay, that is with the upgrade in there. Yeah, I'll just get it right now.
Bolt actions speak loud.
Rifling, so we will be able to upgrade our recon unit as well, which is kind of nice, I guess. Like I was saying the other day, recon units really, like, they jump between either being the weakest units or the strongest units, and it all kind of depends on if they get that plus 20 combat skill ability. If they get that, they start becoming really strong where they're invisible, they hit really hard, and they're able to retreat before anything can, like, strike back at them. He's on grape shot. On crew weapons. We do have the option here of making a core out of the bombard as well. I think I'm going to be doing that. This wonder here is actually pretty solid when you have a lot of city-states, but I don't actually want it just yet. Electricity, computers, those are all really good. Infantry, and especially the food growth is nice. Steel is also really good as well. And refining, like, every single technology in this area is solid. Flight is pretty powerful, but you kind of need oil for it. I'm going to go for oil first because that really dictates our entire strategy as far as resources for the entire, essentially the rest of the game. Since oil units actually drain oil per turn. Well, there is usually a lot of oil on the map. Like, you know, it decides your max army size. And then Pella for this industrial zone is just taking forever. This city's been kind of a disappointment. These builders that get built are actually going to be going down there to improve it. We can upgrade this guy pretty cheap. I really don't want to. I keep spending money when I need to get this coal plant up. I'm going to start sending this core down to actually clear out some more camps. He is actually, I mean, if he can get 2 XP a turn, I might be able to get him another level. I was just double checking there that Pella had a railroad on the city tile. And then these guys I kind of want to attack. I'm going to do the denouncement. So 5 turns we'll be able to attack. Because I kind of want to avoid getting too many people too mad at me. At least until we have a little bit more territory on this landmass. This also kind of gives me an opportunity to get things into position and get them all healed. It gives them the same opportunity, but that's actually okay. This iron's in a unfortunate spot. Otherwise, it'd be like a +5 district right here. Got 8 envoys. Chrysler, Preserve, Chrysler, Ranger. Ranger we're getting, Chrysler I think we can upgrade to. Preserve. We can actually build one. Actually, no, we can make the Grove. We can't make the Preserve. I don't know if I want to make a Preserve somewhere. Districts are kind of valuable. Let's check for Chrysaors. Yeah, a knight can become a Chrysaor. It's like this guy could upgrade into one. Maybe after we take that other city. We're almost out of the Dark Age threshold. I don't really want to have a Dark Age, so we just still have to shoot for a Golden Age. We'll get a bit more era score still, but we might actually hit a normal. It has been kind of a fight to get Golden Age. That skirmisher is a little bit of a threat here. I think if I move here, he can still get me. If I start moving back, he's going to be able to use my railroad. So we're going to go to a tile that's pretty safe. Commercial hub's up. Market's getting repaired. It's just... nose is itching. It is just so insane, like, how much damage that storm did to that city. Maybe this line infantry will take out the skirmisher for me. That'd be pretty nice if it does. Three more turns. Okay. Now that that's been repaired, we have to make the bank in order to do Big Ben. So unfortunately, like, it doesn't have a safe spot to do it yet. Like, we want to do it on this tile, but not set up. The bank would be essentially 6 turns of gold. And then we also have the coal plant. So what we could do here is we could build an encampment. And then as soon as we have the money, we buy the bank, start Big Ben, either like right after the encampment is done or switch right away. Start working on Big Ben, and then we have the money, then we do the rest of the coal plant. And I kind of like that idea. Just kind of need to figure out where this encampment's going to go. Knowing that they do have zones of control. If I were to get attacked, an encampment up here could be kind of nice because it would sort of force the way enemies can move. That's also probably not where I'm going to be getting attacked from if I ever do get attacked. Another option could be I put the encampment right here. Again, zone of control bonuses for whatever little that's worth. But it also lets me put a district right next to an industrial zone. Which would mean if I put another district right here at some point, like, I don't know what I would ever put there. But that is like another adjacency bonus. And we do actually want a city out here at some point still as well, because we can do a second dam and give this a boost. Oh, we lost a suzerain. Let's see. Lost it on Hattusa. Let's reclaim that one. I'm actually thinking of moving... I should move my diplomat off of Nagrazamu as well. If I moved it to Bologna, 4 envoys can actually get me suzerain, which would be kind of nice. More barbarians coming at me. 2 turns. So here we're saying I'm going to buy the bank instead of the coal plant. Reason being, I want to just lock in Big Ben. But I'm not going to start it yet because I want the encampment finished. That way I can start buying those buildings as well for additional production. We've now got more railroad there. I'm going to start building railroad up to Nagrazamu. Skirmisher is still kind of a problem. It's blocking me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over here and make this side path for the railroad. And let's figure out where the barbarian camps are. So this is the only one on my landmass right now. Means I could send this guy up and wipe it out. Only 7 turns to move up there is getting quite a bit better than what it used to be. We did get an extra production out of the industrial zone by hooking up this mine. That's always good as well. We might actually make a canal down here at some point too, depending on what happens with global warming events.
I only understand friendship.
We are going to want some forts. I don't know where we're going to put them yet. I don't even know if it matters where we put them. I think I'm going to put one right here. The zone of control could be pretty nice with barbarians coming in. And we'll just find one charge on one of the other engineers to do the other one. 9 coal, 6 niter now, so we can do 5 railroad a turn safely. We're also at our resource limit, so we could actually do all 6 and it wouldn't matter. We are going to go mobilization here to From corps into armies. And then let's also get the... I got like buildings to make, but I want to do the Renaissance walls while we can do them a little more cheaply. And then here, I mean, they're all buildings. They're getting really close on this guy. And I do have the faith now. So we're going to take him. Einstein's a pretty nice one. A little sad I'm missing out on him, but I'm also really happy we got the guy that's 150 great people points off. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and capture Bologna here. Oh, I need 2 arms dedication. Well, that's a little unfortunate, but I guess formal war is fine. I thought I'd be able to use the Golden Age. To be fair, they don't really tell you that you can't. One. I am going to be at war with Taruga. Whatever. What's the worst they can do to me? How many ranged units, which is handy. I'm going to leave the knight here just for this one turn rather than go for the musket. This builder just needs to get down there. So we are at war here. Pillaging is actually a pretty nice way to profit. The encampments and harbors, I don't think I'm going to be making many of those in the near future. So I think I'm going to go for total war. If I get like just a couple of pillages, it's going to pay for itself. This could be a lot of military great people points. I'm not really targeting generals. Looks like my scout is getting really messed up. I could make another railroad here, or run around for Pella, or not Pella, whatever this is. Bananas, whatever. Barinus. Okay, that was close. The bombard isn't really going to be shining against this city. Where it really comes in handy is against city walls, because it gets a bonus there, whereas my archers get a penalty. But it is still going to do quite a bit of damage. I'm going to lead off with that for the attack, because now the city's going to be weaker and take slightly more damage off of things like the archer. Then I can also attack into the city. This Knight Corps is going to just absolutely wreck things. The unique unit does as well. Let's see, so the Knight Corps has barding. This guy has charge. I'm going to keep the city. And we can now do Pearl Corporations. Losing some loyalty per turn. 4.2 is not the worst. We can fix that with the governor. And in fact, what I think I might do here is if Victor, or if the city wants to do some non-units for a little bit, I can promote Victor to loyalty pressure and reassign him. Which is exactly what I'm going to be doing. I don't actually even have to promote him. Oh, he actually already has loyalty, so yeah, there's no reason to promote him at all. I do need to AFK though for 1 second. I will be right back.